That game pissed me off. Cleveland wins. Again. We'll talk about it.
Here we go. Here we go. Steelers. Here we go. Pittsburgh's gone to Super Bowl.
That's right, 24-19. The Cleveland Browns just beat this Pittsburgh Steelers, what ended up being a snowy, close game. And my, oh my, I feel like there's a lot to talk about. And it just felt like this was going to happen. I don't know what it was from the minute I woke up on Monday. I was like, we're going to lose against Cleveland. Defensively, we let Jameis get out of the pocket too much. He ended up extending himself, making good throws and good plays, especially once the snow came. TJ Watt was not at all in there in terms of being somebody that was being prevalent in the game, and we ended up losing ourselves and allowing them to go on a fourth quarter drive to take a lead in this game. There's so many things to think about. A lot of fourth down play calls that are very questionable. It was very clear, and I think it's been very clear that our offensive line, while good in parts, does not have the willpower to just run at them and win on fourth down, on short downs a lot. It's probably one of our biggest issues right now on the offensive side. We had a nice comeback in the fourth quarter with 2 touchdowns, a running play by Jaylen Warren, I'm pretty sure, and then a pass to Calvin Austin. But this game should have also potentially been a win. A shank punt gave the Browns short field, but I'm so confident the Browns might have gotten the field goal range by then because we couldn't stop them. 3rd and 7, we use one of our timeouts, and they come out and they find an open wide receiver in the flat. The Browns really gave us an opportunity to have a chance to win the game at the end, but the fluctuation between Justin Fields and Russell Wilson had its downturns tonight. The fourth, down play where Fields completely misplayed and got, stuck up and we, lost. Or the Fields going for a big run and getting Pittsburgh back into the game. But it felt like there was times we had to call timeouts because of the confusion. It feels like we kept Fields out there for a couple long deep balls to George Pickens that I would much rather Russ play. And again, the refs were kind of not throwing flags on either side at all today. I'm not going to sit here and blame the refs, but Pickens was getting kind of personal, was getting pass interference on a couple of those jump balls. But yeah, we lose. We're 8-3 now. We threw away a great opportunity to, be 9-2 and move forward, and it comes down to just we can't stop those, dip, dive, and ducks. We had way too many fourth down plays. A bad punt goes in there, and I just don't understand in this weather why are we not just blitzing heavily? Like on that 3rd down and 7 where we moved them back from when it was 4th and 2. We just did a 4th and 2 where we rushed Jameis, full on blitzed him, and it stopped him from going on. The next play, we didn't do any type of a rush, and we allowed him to sit back there. It's just mind-boggling sometimes the decisions we make, and we allow teams to, sometimes duck, dip, and, throw small passes, and it allows teams into games and allows them to win this. The Browns 100% earned this game. They got a great turnover from Myles Garrett that turned into the points in the first half. They made a great fourth quarter drive to take the lead, and they, were able to successfully stop the Steelers from holding them, I guess, is all I could say. The Steelers' defense had their turnovers. The Steelers' defense made some of their plays, but this one goes on Tomlin, and I'm one of the biggest Tomlin defenders, but those fourth down going for plays when we've consistently seen all year, we can't just can the ball off in I formation and get a first down, and we gave short field after short field to the Browns, and yeah, the inconsistency on the defense, again, with the weather the way it was, with the snow the way it was, you would imagine that we would just go throw 8 people at Jameis, make him throw the ball off kilter, and if he beats you like that, if he has to take a step back, there should be 3 people in his face, and that's the kind of defense I wanted the BC played near the end of this game. It's a defense of the most successful plays we saw happen, but instead, we played lackadaisical, we played safe, and we got ducked over it overall. Next week we have the Bengals. We have a long rest there. I still think we're in a good position. I still think there's a lot to take positives out of this win. The comeback, we scored touchdowns in the red zone. We did keep ourselves in this game, but we got to realize sometimes we can't just depend on 3 pass rushers or 4 pass rushers to get to the quarterback. It was clear as hell when the weather was bad here. You blitz, you blitz, you blitz, you blitz. You don't sit back there and allow him and your DBs to try and play, who gets the better cut position on the ball. And Jameis just did a good job, and credit goes to Jameis, but we just needed to blitz him. It's plain and simple. You saw on the play that ended up right before 3rd and 9, you blitzed him. He basically did a intentional grounding. Instead, we just don't blitz, and we lose. It sucks to lose to Cleveland. It sucks to lose a game like this when we should have won, when we did all the things right to get a comeback. This game just sucked. I'll see you next week.